Okay. Well, I'm still sick. Don't really feel better. Don't really feel worse. But I'm sick. But again, no excuses. Still got to go to the gym. So I looked into this gum, sesh gum, a little more, and I'm not gonna take it because I don't like the feeling I get in my throat. But also, I opened it up and there were some like warnings on the inside when I read it, and it's like, oh yeah, if you have high blood pressure, me, diabetes, me, don't take this unless you see a doctor first. You know what? I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna take it. It would have been nice if that warning was on the outside, but I had to like undo the box, and there were like a whole bunch of other warnings on the inside. My fault for not looking more carefully, I guess, but yeah, that's enough reason for me to not do it. Not just the whole don't like the feeling in my throat. It's not the tingling. I don't mind that in my mouth. I like that. But the throat, it feels weird. And the flavor's not that great either. But yeah, will not be taking that nicotine anymore. Don't really think I need it. I'm not much of a pre-workout guy. I've never taken pre-workout. I do drink like energy drinks once in a while. But because I have high blood pressure, I was really scared of taking energy drinks. Yeah, I mean, I was for a while there, I was scared of taking anything. Now I'm not really too scared anymore of taking energy drinks or eating sugar. I just got to be careful with it. I don't want to drink like 3 Red Bulls and then just sit around. It's crazy though, because back when I was really big, before I had my stroke, I felt fine. Like I was always like feeling really strong. Again, I would never get sick. I felt really good, and I had really high blood pressure and really high blood sugar and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, do you remember that old Simpsons episode when Mr. Burns gets checked out by the doctor, and they have this little door, and he's like, I think he was like, this is your heart, okay? And this is all the conditions and diseases that you have. And he tries to shove a bunch of things through the door, but because there's so many things, they all get jammed at the door and they can't get through. He's like, that's your heart. See, you're fine because there's so many things wrong with you that they just kind of get in each other's way. I feel like that was me pre-stroke. I had so many issues: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, high red blood cell count, and fatty liver, all this stuff. And there's just so many things wrong that I felt fine. They asked me like, hey, because of your diabetes and your high blood pressure, like, do you get headaches? I'm like, never. I never get headaches. Oh, and they asked me all these other things, and I'm like, nope, never experienced any of that. And they're like, are you serious? Like, don't lie. Tell us the truth. I'm like, I'm serious. I don't have any of those problems. And they were like, that is so strange. I'm like, you're telling me? I feel like $1 million. But now that I've gotten healthy, I can tell immediately when something's wrong, because I will get a headache if my blood pressure gets high. If my blood pressure gets low, I get shaky. I get really anxious. Like I can't really function properly if my sugar levels are low. And like when my blood pressure is high, I get really hot, and I can actually feel my heartbeat throughout my body. So now it's like I'm healthy, but I'm hyper aware. Maybe it's just because I'm aware now, but I mean, I never felt like this before. That's the craziest thing to me. But I mean, I guess it's good to know now, even though it's I never really experienced any of this before. But overall, I do feel better now that I've gotten all these health problems dealt with. Why? All right. All right. Anyways, so back and rear delts. Maybe today I'll try the face pulls. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how busy the gym is. I am going to my gym, and it's, again, I've said it so many times, but it's small. So we'll see how much real estate there is available. Because, it's not like I have a big setup. I just have a tripod with my phone. I'm not really taking up a lot of space, but I don't want to take up unnecessary space and get in people's way. And you're on the wrong side of the road. Okay. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the gym. As you can see, I'm covered in sweat. I started with cardio today because the gym was actually super busy considering the time. So I decided to hop on the cardio machine, and now it's cleared out. 30 minutes. There's no one here now. Alright, starting with lat pull downs. A few things to think about is if you're lifting it too much in your biceps, it kind of helps me to stop gripping with my thumb and just tuck my thumb to the side. And then again, pull not to your chin, pull to your chest, lean back at a slight arch. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're moving on to rows. I want to mention, don't worry too much about how much weight you're pulling, compared to, let's say, your last lift. You're not lifting as much weight. You have off days. Your body's not at 100% all the time. It's not in the same condition it's always in. So it's okay if you're not lifting as much as you were the last workout or the workout before that, and you're not always getting stronger. Especially depending on whether you're on a bulk, you'll probably get stronger. But if you're on a cut, it is hard to get stronger while you're on a cut. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this exercise, straight TikTok, JPG. So I'm gonna finish with, I'm done with the back. I'm moving on to rear delts. So I should really look this up. I don't really know what it's called. I showed you last time with a barbell, but I'll show you a dumbbell variation. It really isolates the rear delt. Okay, I'll film one more set, and then I'll see you in the change room.
Starbucks, do you want anything? Do you want anything from Starbucks? Pardon? What do you?
All right, time to check the pump. These headphones have been off. I just have them in. Okay, I feel quite the bicep pump from all the pull downs and the rows. All right. Bicep. I can't really flex my bicep properly because my rotator cuff won't let me turn my arm that much. But anyways, that's enough for now. I'll see you in the car. All right, guys. I'm done with the workout. Back felt good. I really like that, whatever you call it, that JPG workout. The single arm lat pull down, is it? Whatever it's called. I really like it. I felt it in my lats a lot. I only did 2 sets of it. I might do maybe 3 sets next time, maybe even 4, depending on how I feel. It felt really good today, but I had already done so much at that point that I just cut it off at 8 sets. I didn't really feel the need to do more. But yeah, I used to do that exercise a little bit when JPG first brought it out and made it quite popular. But I don't think I was doing it properly because I didn't really feel it the same way I did today. Granted, that was like 8 months ago, maybe. So it goes to show like the improvements you make and the better mind-muscle connection that you have. And honestly, mind-muscle connection is something, it's very important, especially for like bodybuilders or just weightlifters in general. And it's not something you can just teach someone, I don't think. I think you kind of have to learn through experience, just through repetition. And over time, you learn how to flex muscles and you learn that whole mind-muscle connection. You learn how to really focus on a certain muscle rather than just pushing the weight. On a bench press, you kind of push it with your, your pecs or whatever muscle group you're working. So yeah, I did want to talk a little bit more about that, what I was talking about with like, don't worry too much about the weight. First of all, don't compare yourself to others. Don't worry about, oh, that guy can bench 300 pounds. I can only bench one plate. Who cares? At some point in time, that guy could only bench one plate. If you keep going, you stay consistent, you eat right, you're gonna get stronger. I mean, everyone has a ceiling, especially if you're gonna stay natty, you're not gonna be able to bench crazy weight and squat and deadlift crazy weights. At least I don't think so. There's only so much the human body can accomplish through natural means. If you're not natural, whatever, as long as you're doing things safe, doctor supervision and all that, all the power to you. And if you're not doing it safe, I mean, I hope you achieve whatever goal you're setting out to achieve, and I hope you're aware of the dangers. Yeah, some people think it's worth the risk, and maybe it is. I don't know. Not for me, though. One close call was enough for me. I'm not going to risk anything. And I also wanted to talk about diabetes. So, I have diabetes. My dad actually had diabetes. He has diabetes. He got it in his 50s. So it runs in my family. My older brother is a very fit person, and he gets his blood work done, I think, annually. And they always have those markers, and they're always like, hey, you better be careful of your blood sugar because you can get diabetes. The guy is one of the most fit people I've ever met, and he has to watch his sugar intake. So, it goes to show that there's so much genetics involved with diabetes. Some people, if you look at some people, they're massively overweight, eating tons of sugar and garbage, like fast food. They don't have diabetes. They got lucky. It doesn't run in their family. They don't have that in their blood. They aren't prone to diabetes. So when you say like, oh yeah, that's enough sugar to cause diabetes or whatever, or you eat so much sugar, you get diabetes. Yeah, it'll increase your chances of getting diabetes. I mean, if you're just eating sugar all the time, you're gonna get diabetes more than likely. But the chances of you getting diabetes is so much higher if it's in your blood, if it's in your genetics. So I honestly think if you get your blood work done and you get everything checked out and they tell you, like, oh, diabetes doesn't run in your family, don't worry about your sugar intake. Don't worry about all that. You can eat sugar. It's fine. It's just, like anything in life, moderation. Don't eat in excess. Don't eat anything in excess. Excuse me. So yeah, and all those people hating on, sweeteners, shut up. Oh, you're gonna get cancer. Shut up. I mean, I've been told, I'm no expert, but I've been told, I've talked to doctors and I've seen TikToks or whatever that have shown the studies of, like, there was one doctor on TikTok that explained the study, and he said basically the studies that showed that it's cancer causing, basically they used rats. Rats, by the way, are prone to cancer. So that's not really a good marker anyways. But they would drop the artificial sweetener into the eyes of the rat. And it's 200 times the allotted dosage. So that's a little ridiculous. It's not really the best study. You know what I mean? And also, oh, you might get cancer from this. You know what? You might get diabetes from sugar. You might get whatever. Like, anything can be bad. It's a carcinogenic. There are so many things that we eat and consume that are carcinogenics. So I just say, Sweetener, maybe it's bad. Have it in moderation, just like sugar. Have everything in moderation. Granted, we're not always going to have things in moderation. I still binge once in a while. I get sad or mad, and maybe I'm just having a bad day and just feeling like a sad sack. Ooh, feel bad for me. Ugh. Sugar. Yummy. I'll eat a bunch of pizza and burgers and whatever. It's fine. Move on from it. You had a little relapse. Get over it. Doesn't matter. Went off on a little bit of a tangent, as I tend to do. But yes, again, everything in moderation to the best of your ability. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. Nobody's perfect, but we can try our best, right? Okay, well, that was a good day. What time is it? Okay. All right, I think I'm going to go grocery shopping. I take you guys, but I'm not really shopping for much, so maybe next time. Maybe when I go and do a big grocery haul, I'll take you guys with me. But today I think I'm just grabbing like one or two things. I've been craving some apples lately. All right, have a good one. Eat your vegetables. See ya.